Hi everybody, welcome to TFT Tarot for today. Divine Dabblings with Oberon and Banshee, but this is me, Oberon, with Goth Tarot. My weekly look into the shadow sides of life to see what are the things that haunt us, or what is the magic we can use, what are the other dark forces that we may align ourselves with in order to find peace or serenity within our Gothic world. So I do this with a layered reading where I use a number of decks with a number of Gothic kind of themology going on there. Is that a word, themology? I don't know. So the first draw is from The Murder of Crows, and I call this the dark design or the dark drama, and it is basically what is around you at this time, you know, the kind of environmental situations maybe that are going on. So they could be more external. They probably are not speaking as much about yourself. They may be talking about how it affects you. So once again, I'm using the Murder of Crows Tarot. I have the limited edition. I'm very fortunate that my wonderful wife Banshee, my partner here at TFT, bought this for me. And they're the same as the regular deck, except some of the edges are tinged with a red. And it's signed and numbered, so I'm very proud of it. Very nice. Anyways, it's a unique deck, the Murder Crows. So we're going to set the scene by drawing a card from that. And we're calling that our dark design. It represents the environmental forces that are around us, things that are happening that we are dealing with. Okay. And it's the Empress, and she's upright. And so the Empress represents a sense for us in the Goth nature is that we are working on our plans. We are probably working on our goals to overtake the world with Goth culture. I'm not serious, of course. But this is a very fertile time for us that no matter how we are called to embrace our shadow side, we're finding that there's an ability to nurture and care, especially for what we're trying to do, but also for what we're trying to do for others. So this is a really good card maybe for Gothic stay-at-home moms, you know, homeschooling moms, whatever we want to call them. I don't want to demean anybody if they choose to stay at home and work there, because I think that's quite valid. I think we need more well-brought-up children by, you know, important and attuned adults. Anyway, so this is the environment around you. It's relatively peaceful and involved with taking care for others. So that's nice. All right, so from there we go to maybe what are the things that you don't know that maybe you should know? You know, what are the secrets that are possibly around you? What are things that are going on? I think that means we're looking for the the Deviant Moon. The Deviant Moon Tarot. And of course the moon can be either shining and informing us of things, or maybe it can be hiding things from us. So it's all a matter of perspective and or how you choose, you know, to interpret those cards. So what is it that may be left to be discovered, if not known already, or hidden somehow, but soon, hopefully, to be discovered? And it's the reversed Queen of Swords. And you may find that there's something you're going to have to do. You're going to have to decide a particular thing, a course of action, a path to take, or an actual judgment with somebody. And you will have to do it on your own terms, whether or not you realize or care that somebody will like you or not for that. It seems like whatever this is ends up being interpreted as harsh by others. And so this is telling you to deal with that possible back flack. But the overall nature of the card kind of tells me that in a way you don't really care because you know you have to do this. So now I want to move to the next position, and that's with the deck that is known as the Ghost Tarot. And I'm looking at what is haunting you. What are the hidden factors, or not hidden factors, but the things that bedevil you in certain ways that you feel you can't get rid of. And so it may not really necessarily be a ghost, a real ghost kind of thing, but it is something that haunts you in that sense of the word, that you can't seem to avoid its impact, or that something always seems to remind you about it and maybe limit your behavior, or causes you to not be exactly interacting the way you want to. So from the Ghost Tarot, what is haunting you? It's justice, and justice is upright. Let's align the cards a little bit. So justice is upright. You may feel that it's kind of interesting considering the other cards, especially this one. You may feel that there is some chance or some feeling that someone will feel you were unfair and that they will want to try to get fairness done. It is also possible, of course, that you yourself realize that maybe because something unfair was done, that's why you had to do what you had to do. And so it might be haunting, but it is a sense of the fact that somebody had to make something fair. So either way, I can see why that is a haunting of a sort. We never know for sure what it is that hurts us until it does, sadly. All right, enough of my usual cheer. I'm going to move on to the next card, and I call this one the Dark Alliance. And the Dark Alliance is drawn from the Black Tarot. And the Dark Alliance represents what are the forces from your own shadow realm, personality, or wherever they come from. People in your own community that you work with in Gothic manners or cultures. What are those alliances you have? That's a broad term. They could just be, like I said, some own characteristics or forces within yourself. Maybe you know somebody who is a good advisor and who will read dark tarot cards for you personally. But what are these kind of forces you should possibly seek the help of, or who will be there for you, is indicated by my pull here from the Black Tarot. I knew it. I knew I grabbed two. And it's reversed. It's the reversed Knight of Wands. So the reversed Knight of Wands represents maybe a person who has fire energy somewhere in their chart. If they're not a fire sign, Aries, Leo, what's the other one? Sagittarius. They might have that as a moon sign, or a significant planet is in that sign. For example, Mercury maybe. Mercury would inform them with the intelligence or mindset of that particular fire sign. At any rate, your ally could be somebody like that. if I'm describing yourself, then your ally maybe has some of these characteristics. But the Knight of Wands reversed may be somebody who can be impatient and may want to rush headlong into challenges. And depending on exactly what those challenges are and exactly what is needed by them, that could be a good thing or it could be a bad thing. So this is especially true if it's you, whether or not you're a fire sign or have those aspects. This could still be about your own kind of persona. Are you thinking you have to rush headlong into whatever this challenge might be? It could be unintended consequences. I'll just say it that way. But at any rate, it's not a totally negative card because it tells you to look for patience, to look for ways to reason before jumping to impulsive behavior. So finally, we're going to get out of here by saying, what are the dark magics that you can use? What is the dark gift, as I've called it before? And I am using, once again, the Crow's Magic Tarot. It's a favorite deck of mine. Has a lot of shamanic feel for it. Need a little more room. There we go. And so the dark gift represents your own personal gifts. It's not necessarily what you get through an alliance. Yes, I did suggest you could have an alliance with yourself, but I still sort of feel that one, it's more likely to be something external to you, and two, it could just be an underlying motto in your life. It doesn't necessarily mean it's your actual gift, that you have a thirst for justice in that situation. And we were talking about the Knight of Wands. Well, hey, Knight of Wands can have a thirst for justice too. That's why they're willing to rush headlong into things, maybe in the name of justice, in the name of supporting the decisions that you made with that Queen of Swords. And so in a way it goes back to the Empress, and maybe it's saying, you need to focus on what you can nurture and take care of, and that there are these challenges and these haunting, dangling threads here. You can sort through them one by one. You don't have to take on the whole world, perhaps. But what is the dark gift that is most likely able to help you? And it's the reversed Four of Swords. So I like that, because this could be saying that in some ways maybe you've kind of stepped back from whatever this was, or that you could have a tendency to have done that. Maybe you're taking the nurture thing of the Empress too seriously, and you need to at some point address coming back to activity, healing yourself. I mean, maybe seeking justice heals yourself. Maybe some of this is just self-explanatory, but I think as the final result, the Magic gift says, return renewed, revitalized. Take what time you need to do the true heal of yourself. All right, so I've opened up another view because I'm going to do, I just wanted to be fancy a little bit, but I'm going to do a closing affirmation for us from the Earth and Bone set, the one that we use here a lot. The Earth and Bone. Nice. I'll just leave her there. And we'll stick all these other decks back over here. So I have more room again. Earth and Bone. And I like this deck because it has a little bit of the death feel to it, with all the skulls on it. And it sort of feels like holistic and new agey in a way, though, despite that. The deck was originally created by Syrian Shadow, but it's now in its second pressing, and I believe another publisher picked it up. So the cards are a little bit lighter colored. They are pretty dark, but the imagery, You know, that's a little dark for my taste. So the new printing is lighter. If you like shadow work, I think it's a really nice deck. So let's pick our shadow and work it. Of course, they're always upright. It's prosperity. Number 17. Prosperity. Wealth and contentment, success and achievements, abundance. You are manifesting so much abundance from pursuing bliss. Prosperity is yours to grasp. The love from the universe is aligning with your soul's purpose. Share what it is that you are passionate about. Everything you desire already exists. So stop worrying, stop doubting, and put all your attention and focus into the joy and love of learning what it is that makes you expand. You have so much positivity and light to share through your passions. What is it that makes you feel excited? What sparks joy to your life? Do more of that. Your joy is contagious and opens the portal to so much abundance. You already are everything and have everything that you need to achieve total happiness. If you don't know how to appreciate what you have and where you are, you'll only want more. Abundant people are those who believe that they always have enough and understood this philosophy long before they had excess. Like attracts like, so attract the abundance that you are being, regularly gifted from the universe. And pursue exactly what makes you happy. Excited, fulfilled. You can't lose. Affirmation. I am ready and open to receive all the prosperity that I deserve. I am constantly attracting abundance into my life. And, you know, in some ways, I thought the reading was kind of serious. You know, it looked a little serious there. But then in other ways, I said, well, maybe it isn't. Maybe it's just a no-brainer, you know, that people really do sometimes feel you should always do what they tell you to do and maybe want you to go at the pace they want to go. And maybe you could only end up, you know, burning out a little bit if you go at their pace. And so hence this whole idea about needing to really look out for yourself, look out for your own decisions. Don't worry too much about them. You know you had to make those decisions. That's why the Queen of Swords was there. All right, everybody, that was Goth Tarot. Don't forget to watch our live show tomorrow night, our regular live show from 7 to 9 p.m. And don't forget to watch my other show, the Outlook on Emotional Exchanges, and I'm not sure when, but pretty soon there's going to be a surprise on that show. Maybe a big one, I don't know. So that's Fridays, 7 a.m. or whenever you catch it. And then Saturday is happy hour, and happy hour will be at 10 a.m. It's normal, regular time. And then, of course, Sunday, Banshee's Material Matters. The keys to success in business, education, and finance. That's at 10 a.m. too. It's live in the chat room, although it is a pre-recorded show, but we have a lot of fun. We talk to everybody there. We just have a great time. It's a lot of fun. It's almost as much fun as happy hour. And then later on, of course, is our other live show on Sunday afternoons from 2 to 4 p.m. And these live stream shows, we draw about 3 cards usually for everybody, 3 to 5, because we do throw in the Lenormands. You can ask almost any question, and we will do our best to give you an answer. And if you really want a more private and confidential and maybe focused kind of reading, you might want to buy one of our readings at our website, tfttarotfortoday.com. Look for the shop section. We have any number of different kinds of readings for questions you have, as well as we can customize them. If you see something that maybe we could improve, we could do that for you. At any rate, this is Oberon signing off, and thank you for watching so much. See you next time.